Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas standing here with Daniel Geale, who takes on Gennady Golovkin, Madison Square Garden, July 26th, in a matchup that's interesting because of your style, and really a lot of fans have been wanting to see how Gennady reacts to a guy that moves a lot, that's fast and throws a lot of punches. So given that into account, your style is probably something that Gennady's never seen, right?
Yeah, well, hopefully so. You know, I mean, Gennady's had a lot of amateur fights as well. I mean, he's been in there with some good fighters as well. So I mean, it's going to be a tough fight, but you know, I will make it very, very difficult. And I think what I mentioned up on stage before, you know, I'm not going out there to be just a challenge for him. You know, I'm going in there to win the fight. You know, I know my strengths are strong, and if I fight the way that I know that I can fight, you know, I can beat him.
You know, a lot of people have mentioned, fans online, that he's good, but he hasn't fought anybody that is like high level. Do you buy into that as well?
I mean, he's fought some good fighters, don't get me wrong, but you know, some of the guys, they do tend to stand in front of him, or they're a little bit sort of worried about his power. Man, against a guy like Golovkin, you can't do that. You can't give him too much respect. You have to go out there and fight your fight. And you know, he has shown he is susceptible to being hit. He drops his guard because he relies on that power. He knows if he hits you, he's going to hurt you. But in the meantime, if you know, he gets hit with big shots, you know, things will change. You know, and I do throw a lot of punches. My power's improving. It has improved a lot, probably since the Barker fight. So you know, that gives me a little bit of excitement for the 26th of July.
Is there a part of you that kind of wants to see, kind of want to get hit with the flush shot to, you know, to see if, hey, you know, is it true? Is this guy like a murderous puncher, or can I handle something like that because I have that much confidence in myself?
Man, I do have confidence in myself, but you know, when I get in the ring with anybody, you know, I don't want them to hit me. I don't care whether they're the lightest puncher in the world or the heaviest puncher. I don't want them to hit me. Yeah. You know, my goal is to make them miss. You know, defend. My goal is to hit them, not them hit me.
You know, looking at Gennady again, you know, you have this hype that he's just this unstoppable force, and you're saying that, you know, you're not afraid of that, you're not buying into that. How do you kind of block that out of your mind and not really get, I guess, too much caught up into all that?
I guess the big thing is you have to be, you know, worrying about the things that you can control. You know, I'm worried about getting myself in the right condition, getting myself in the right frame of mind. I'm not worried about, you know, the guy that I'm up against. You know, I'm you know, aware of his strengths and weaknesses. But if I waste too much energy, you know, worrying about how strong he is, how powerful he is, you know, that's detracting from myself, and you know, I'm going to get beaten, and that's not going to happen. I'm going to focus fully on myself. I know I've got the ability to be able to beat him. You know, I just have to go out there and do it.
You mentioned earlier that your power is improving, everything's improving. What do you most attribute that to?
And I think experience, a lot of it comes down to, and you know, getting a little bit older as well. You know, I feel, you know, I've been sort of peaking for maybe the last year or so, and you know, my strength's improved, power's improved, and it's just all sort of falling into place. You know, I had a pretty long amateur career as well, and you know, I was never known as a powerful puncher, as a strong fighter. I was more known for my boxing skills. You know, I've only been developing probably in the last 4 or 5 years, you know, my power. I've been able to sit down on my punches and hurt people more consistently, and you know, I'm enjoying that part of it. But you know, it's not going to take away any of my boxing skills. You know, I'll never forget any of that. It's just adding that extra power, which, you know, which gets me excited. You know, it gets me excited fighting anybody, but you know, fighting at Madison Square Garden, you know, against a guy that, you know, is rated, you know, #1 in the division. You know, that's what it's all about.
You know, he hasn't fought past, I think, like the 7th or 8th round. And given your experience and your style, do you think, you know, that you could take him to 12 rounds?
100%. Yeah, 100%. You know, I know. Yeah, I know I'll be in there. I'll be fighting hard. If you know, the people that watch the Barker fight, they know I'm not going to give up. They know I'm going to keep fighting, keep punching, and it'll make an entertaining fight as well. You know, Gennady will be trying to bang me out there as soon as he can, but you know, once we do get into that deeper water, you know, that's when we really, you know, see what he's all about.
Come on, July 26th. How are you going to beat Gennady Golovkin?
And I'm going to fight my style. I'm going to fight my fight. You know, as I said before, I'm not going to, you know, worry about the hype. I'm not going to let that get to me at all. I'm just going to fight my best fight the way that I know I can, the best way, and I know I'll be victorious.
Daniel can't wait. Goes down July 26th. The man right here taking on Gennady Golovkin, Madison Square Garden on HBO.